So hey everybody, thanks again for checking us out here at Building My Bankroll. Today we're going to be going over your basic information about HUDs, what exactly they are, what your choices are as far as software goes, the benefits of using them, and basically, to sum it all up, why this needs to be what you spend your next $60 on. So if these are some things you're looking to learn more about, stick around, we definitely have what you're looking for. Okay, so my plan for this video is I'm going to go over all the basic information you need to know about your HUD software, the choices you have available as far as that software goes, and the different benefits that it does provide you. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up opening Poker Tracker 4 up. I'm going to briefly go over a few things of my own in there, and then I'm going to show you my personal favorite feature that these programs offer you, and why it's so important that you get them in order to help improve your gameplay. For those of you that don't know, a HUD stands for a heads-up display. What that is it's a software program that records every single hand of poker that you end up playing, and it puts it into a big database. Then it sifts through this database and looks for whatever statistics you've requested, and it takes these statistics out of the database and it displays them for each player at your table that you're playing against based on whatever hand samples you have built up with that specific player. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg, honestly, and there's so many more advanced features and helpful information that you can get from these programs. But honestly, a short video like this just isn't going to do it justice. Now, if that is something you would like to see me do in the future, just be sure to make a comment or two down below requesting it, and I can definitely take a look at doing that. So when it comes to choices for these programs, you basically only have two. There's Poker Tracker 4 or there's Hold'em Manager 2. Both of them are owned by the same company, and both of them basically do the exact same thing. Realistically, it's just a matter of personal preference. I use Poker Tracker 4, but it's only because I've had more experience using it and I'm a little bit more familiar with the overlay. That's it. Up until recently, you'd be looking to spend about $100 on one of these programs, but there's good news for those of you on a budget or even just people struggling with the idea of spending cash on a software program for poker. Both of these programs are now offering micro versions of themselves for only $60. They can do everything that the full price version can. The only limitation is that you can't go past 50-cent no limit hold'em. So now that I've covered basically everything that I'm going to fire up my Poker Tracker and go over a few things before I show everyone my personal favorite feature and, in my opinion, the best benefit these programs offer. Okay, so before we get going here, I just want to quickly mention something. The actual setup that I use for my HUD was not created by me. There's a poker player named Nathan Williams who goes by the handle of BlackRain79, and he came up with this system for his HUD and he published it online for free. You can download and use it yourself. I'll actually post a link down in the description that you can follow. But yeah, so because of that, I'm not really going to touch upon what my HUD setup is. You can definitely go look at his creation and hear him talk about it and explain everything. I'm just going to briefly touch upon what it looks like here, and then I'm going to go into the hand review session, which is personally my favorite feature of these software programs anyways. So this is basically what it would look like. These little boxes will be displayed around the different players who are at your table. The red number here will be the number of hands that the sample size you're drawing from is, and then all these other numbers here are different statistics that you're looking to keep track of. And again, I'm not going to get into it because this isn't my setup and I don't want to step on any toes basically. So now that we have that taken care of, this is by far my favorite feature of this. Yes, it's very handy to have the HUD and have like instant access to all that information, but I also think having hand review sessions is a very, very important tool that you can use in order to increase your skill. After every single session I play, before I start the game the next day or 5 days from then or whenever it ends up being, this is my practice, what I do. I open it up, I take a look at the different hands, and you can just click here to adjust whether you're looking at hands that that you lost, hands that you won, and you can go through them. And what you want to do is when you're in downswings, you want to look to see if you're still playing solid and you just got some shitty breaks, or whether there are some leaks in your game and there's things that you need to pay more attention to in this session in order to improve. So again, I'm not really going to go into a whole lot of this here. I'm just going to quickly pull up a hand here to show you guys an example of one hand that I won money on. I'm not even going to really talk about it. I'm just going to show you, so you can play the hand back at full speed and it goes through here, or you can end up pausing it. You can skip it ahead manually. It's all up to you, but it's a very, very good resource that you have at your disposal. And again here, like I said, you can go up here, and instead of having your most profitable hands that you played in those sessions recently, here's the flip side of it. The hands where you lost the most money. And so I have this one flagged here. I'm gonna just quickly pop it open. But yeah, this is it. You get the idea. I can't stress enough how important it is to review your sessions every time you're struggling. I do it before every session, but maybe that's not your style. But if you go into a downswing, I would definitely suggest this is your first place where you go to look for things. Alright, well that's going to be it for the video here. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already.